IVM.
Hello and welcome. This is episode 29, season 3. मैं Khiladi to Anari. Let me introduce you first to these two dapper Khiladis as I've been introducing them over the past 3 years. We have Shivram Parmeshwaran and the Karthik, that t-shirt. Ooh la la. Karthik Iyer from Bangalore with some recently done shopping.
This t-shirt is about, I think, 15 years old. I think.
So finally, Ayer's had a bath, and now we see there's a need for him to change. Let's just discuss on top of this podcast. Are we talking about the top four? Shivram said we should not talk about the top four.
No, I never said that. I said let's only talk about the top four, which actually matter. I think everything else is detail. So
you're saying in the City United match, you'll only talk about the City part, right? Not about the United.
I mean, was there a United part?
There was.
If there is, please.
1/4 with one goal that we scored. No, sorry. United won. Convincing victory. City, although played well, but United deserved the 5 goals that they hit. Excellent. More crap on the other side.
Are you also counting Maguire's goals?
We'll talk about that on the other side. Let's take a break, man.
Don't you think that if everyone around you is getting smart, you better be smarter? Hey there, I'm the traveling professor Siddharth Deshmukh and I'm back with season 2 of my podcast to make you smarter. Smarter with Sid. What's this season's focus about? Well, it's about 10-minute nuggets that will make you stand out at work. It's time to go from smart to smarter. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday and become smarter with Sid.
Thriller, right? 5 goals there, 5 goals at the Hawthorns, right?
I think your definition of a thriller is very weak.
What a disaster, right?
Yeah, let's start. I think first step is denial. I think then it's acceptance. So you've gotten past the first 2 steps in like 2 seconds, which is great. What are the rest of the Alcoholics Anonymous steps?
I don't know, yeah. I don't know. Anger comes somewhere?
Must be. I think there's bargaining. Then there's, which they will, when they'll start talking about their manager and, new manager is coming. And then they'll start bargaining with the future.
Blame. I'm sure blame is somewhere there.
Blame is also there. Blame is also there. You're right.
But that can't be part of the recovery, right? That has to be part of the being the...
I think it's something else. We are mixing, I think, a couple. I think there's a part of, there is 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous and then there are
7 deadly
grieving.
sins.
Correct.
Grief. Okay.
And grief. And there 7 deadly sins also. But
sins also.
I think different. I think everything that has a number, like the World of Wonders and all that, we don't need to go there. But I think we mix the two. But I think with Sapre, it's grief mixed with alcohol, which is a potent combination, which I think United fans have been resorting to.
Soon we're going to spiral on guilt also.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You think Ronaldo felt guilty about missing the game? He went back to Portugal.
There are actually many theories. One of it is when he realized Varane is injured, he said, no chance I'm going to play this game. The other is he met Jorge Mendes and figured out abhi jana hai ki baad mein jana hai. If I get injured right now, a fake injury right now, will I still get the salary that I deserve? And the other was that some rumor mills are going on that he was injured or something, which I absolutely don't believe.
It's not a rumor mill. Ragnick said he's injured.
Ragnick said, I have to believe my medical stuff. That is all that he said. So, I mean, you can make what you want to make of it. He definitely didn't want to play. I don't blame him. But I just hope 23 other players also felt the way Ronaldo did. And nobody played that game. We would have lost 2-0 if that would have happened.
Sancho's goal was good. Why are you taking that away? Why
excellent goal. Excellent. I clearly shared my feelings on the group when that goal went in. Right?
Look at the size of you.
That's not something we can, say out loud on this podcast or any public private platform. It doesn't matter.
Maybe it'll drag the attention away from what the game was.
The more I think, I should even have written it on WhatsApp. But anyhow,
you should have shut up, like how you usually do.
Which I did after that, right? Right after that, I shut up. I didn't speak at all. Yeah. In fact, I haven't spoken all day since we had to record this. I have to speak.
So, take your domestic issues somewhere else. Okay, don't do that.
But that's that. I can't even say we'll go the Champions League way because Atletico Madrid is going to thrash us.
Yeah, I mean, the down and out Atletico Madrid is when you got a goal in the 90th minute, 80th minute, something like that, right? When Ronaldo scored against Atletico. When is the game? Tomorrow night or next week?
Has the week's break already happened? Because there is two game weeks, and then there was a break. Maybe this is the weekend. Oh no, last week was the break.
This week is the game.
Yeah. So we're trying to see if we can extend the break, but I don't. That's for Ronaldo. It's another theory why Ronaldo went wherever he did.
Oh no, it's next week. It's next week. This week is Madrid, PSG, and.
But I think United do have Tottenham to play over the weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
I mean, is that what we have to look forward to now?
So the next two games are against Tottenham.
It's the clash of the teams you support. So either way, I win.
I mean, that's already done, right? Like, I think what was the race for fourth place is now Arsenal in fourth with 3 games in hand and still points ahead of the others. So
well deserved.
Oh wow! Okay, let me just take a moment.
Can we get done with the fiasco? Because I really want to appreciate the goals in that game. Arsenal Watford. The game was all right, but all 5 goals were phenomenal. I just thought they were really good goals.
I sent you that edit with Saka with scoring the Messi goal. You must have seen the clear parallel between Messi. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Messi, but he's the second best player in the world, so I can't take that away from him. So I mean,
I'm a big fan of Saka, so I'll take that.
Yeah, like a fantastic player coming from England. Who would have thought, right? Says Fabregas said that today, like between Saka and Odegaard, and I think he forgot about Emil Smith-Rowe. But these are the present and the future of Arsenal. So I mean, there's nothing much to add there. What a fantastic side from which is the youngest side in the league. We all wrote off after the first 3 games, including me. And look at where they are now. What a fantastic run they've taken.
So does the Gooner cult believe that now top 4 is imminent and we are going to finish 4th and Champions League, or you still are slightly concerned? When you look back and you look at the teams, you shouldn't be concerned. But like with
Tottenham are finishing 4th. You heard it here first. There is Arsenal have done well, good enough to finish 5th this season.
Nice.
I think that question was for me. So
I say,
but no, whoever gives the right answer,
that is the wrong answer. So Arsenal have taken out of the last 10 games, they won 8, drawn 1 and lost 1. In the same space, how many have Tottenham won, Karthik? Last 5 games?
Tottenham have had 3 games in hand, then they had 2 games in hand, and they had 1 game in hand, and now they have no games.
It rhymes with the word one.
So they have none. None is what rhymes with 1. Yeah, so if that run of form continues, and they recently lost to a tremendous side all the way from the championship.
I think having games in hand is not very good. I have come up with this theory now.
What about with games in hand and with points?
See, now they are points behind, but they have no games in hand. So the pressure won't be on. So now Tottenham will go on the run. I think Arsenal got lucky there.
They have not over Arsenal.
See, we are only bothered with Arsenal and Tottenham here. United and West Ham and all, and Wolves.
No, let's be real.
Okay.
Yeah, they've played additional games. They're not playing the same division. So now I'm thinking Tottenham will do it. See, only 6 points the difference, and I'm sure there's a not.
Only 6 points is the difference. So that is basically also the top of the Premier League, right, between City and Liverpool. You think Klopp is sitting somewhere and saying only 6 points the difference?
That the quadruple's happening, man. Something tells me with Liverpool, they won again, right? They won 1-0.
They won, but City also beat United comprehensively.
I mean, that is expected.
Yeah, Liverpool didn't win comprehensively, to be honest.
But they're winning. I think that's all that matters.
Wow, that is such a confirmation bias. Like when both teams are winning, you're saying one is winning. Okay,
Tottenham lost last week to Tottenham. No, sorry,
I was
City
talking
lost
about City and Liverpool.
Yeah. City lost last week to Spurs. They lost before that to, was it Burnley or Palace or someone? Southampton. So yeah, I mean, Liverpool fine. Yeah, good for them. I think as long as they keep it alive, I'm happy. Until April, I think that's when they play.
Yeah, City. 8th of April, 10th of April or something. Yeah.
So at least until then, I still think City will probably win that. And then
so why are you saying quadruple is still on?
I like the idea of the quadruple. It's on, right? It's still on.
Yeah. So you're romanticizing the mathematical possibility
I'm talking about the chase. I don't really. If they actually win 4, I'll probably be upset. Then you won't hear the end of it.
But from who is a City fan anyway?
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
So I mean,
from United fans, you'll hear.
About what? That they signed Ronaldo. How many times will they sign Ronaldo?
Comedian Rahul Subramaniam won't stop posting about
He's
Liverpool.
A Liverpool fan.
It seems like a lot of comedians are Liverpool fans. You know that Kumar Varun, he's also a Liverpool fan. And there's this
That
Abhijit
Ramo
Ganguly who was.
is also. Yeah.
I don't know what drives them towards Liverpool.
No, because when they were growing up, I think there was so much of disappointment with the club that humor became.
So they tied back to their vocation, and they're like disappointing at both ends. So that's how they ended.
Of course. They were sad. So that's how they became humorous.
Good conversation. Deep.
Very good conversation. When you start an episode with United, this is how it goes. It just goes spiraling down. So you should not talk about United for the rest of our lives, and we should just move on with it. But there's nothing else. Tottenham are playing Everton
tonight.
That's going to be a boring match. So
why? I have Kane and Son, so I'm expecting it to be a thriller, like a 7-0 or something.
Against Everton, yeah, quite possible. Not 7, of course, but 1 maybe.
Tottenham didn't play this weekend. That means.
No, they still.
So then the gap will only be 3 points to 4th place. Okay, we should have recorded tomorrow. Yeah, what is this?
We should have.
Y'all are biased. No, this is bias.
We can still record tomorrow. We can still record.
But then Tottenham will have played 1 game more. Then there won't be games in hand. No, this is very confusing. I'm very confused.
Very confusing.
No, they still have games in hand because the actual number of games anyone should have played by now is 28 games. Spurs are at 25.
So Arsenal and Tottenham are behind.
Correct. So they're both at equal 25 games, except now Spurs will be on 26.
Right.
Let's talk about simple things. About Chelsea up for sale, and who's the Conor McGregor wants to buy Chelsea?
Conor McGregor.
What's his name?
This is what happens when you drink so much alcohol. You get grogger.
McGregor, not what's his name? McGregor. He wants to buy Chelsea.
I mean, anyone can, put their hand up and say, I want to buy Chelsea. Like the Spotify CEO said, I want to buy Arsenal. Where is he? Sitting in the booth only, not buying anything.
This is what, when a club goes for sale and the fans are like, we'll get somebody now who has money and will pump. Chelsea fans can't do that. At least somebody who comes in at least spends 50% of what my previous owner could spend. That's what they would be looking for. I don't know.
How many times can you buy Lukaku back also, no? It should be
Werner scored a goal. That is something. He actually scored a goal.
I think he also didn't believe it. He thought it was offside.
When I saw his. That is brilliant. Lukaku also scored. So, yeah, good. I think, I don't know. I think Chelsea will be worried that Arsenal can catch them.
Absolutely.
I think that's the only thing Chelsea is there to play for, is the fact that we'll keep Arsenal behind us.
When did Werner score?
Didn't he in the cup or something? The last 2 games Werner did score.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the Burnley game. Okay, yeah. Maybe.
Burnley game, what happened? 2-0. Havertz scored a brace in that. Yeah.
You're talking about them playing against a fantastic side and widely well-known Luton.
Who took the lead, if I'm not mistaken.
Who took the lead? Luton took the lead twice. Took the lead twice. 1-0 and 2-1.
Havertz was the one who won the weekend brace, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the brace is, very, very big compliment, because second one he just bundled into the ball.
I mean, this is like Brentford guy's hat-trick. 2 penalties in that hat-trick. That is not correct, na?
Like, look at Bruno Fernandes. He's not getting penalties. How many has he scored this year?
You know what? I have this theory, Shivram, that Kevin De Bruyne heard your bhashan the other day about how Bruno is so much better than he is, and he went and did this.
No, he is. I take my words back. He is the Belgian Emil Smith Rowe, so full credit to him.
छोटे टीम के सामने क्या दिखाते हो तुम?
Luckily, it was at the Etihad and not at Old Trafford. Apparently, he's never won a derby at Old Trafford. I think he also at the Etihad.
He hasn't won at the Etihad.
Hasn't? No, hadn't. Now he has.
He hadn't. Yeah. He hadn't won at the Etihad, and he scored 2 goals, and suddenly the comms are talking about hat-trick chance, and no City player has scored a hat-trick since some 1825, whatever that shit. I said, so many records are gonna get broken. Maguire didn't play all that bad. I mean, if you expect him to play well,
you should have just stopped and didn't play. See, the second goal, he was watching the ball. Okay, third goal, he took it off De Gea. Third one, De Gea only put it in the goal.
That's what they're taught. Look at the ball, not at the players. Right? Karthik can vouch for that. Karthik is part coach, part referee.
No, I think it's also important to hold your man versus figuring where the ball is, because you get lost.
He held Phil Foden at one point. He really held him.
That should have been a penalty. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
There was a point talking about Foden in the game where Foden brushed aside Wan-Bissaka. And when you look at Foden, he shouldn't be able to do any of these things.
I think it was a shoulder to shoulder and Wan-Bissaka was possibly off balance. So then it becomes a game of who has better grip.
It's absolutely
not really. It's pretty simple if you have done it on the field. Like you remember,
absolutely
from a days long gone.
No, I would do different things. I would untie your laces, maybe, or
what is this telematch? Some Looney Tunes football.
Considering we're back to this game, I thought one final shout out for Mahrez. Just for 20 goals this season already.
Yeah, lovely. What a fantastic player.
20 is already.
Yeah, all competitions.
That is how many United have scored together.
So something like that. Indeed, and he's been outstanding. Absolutely outstanding.
Where do you think United will finish? Currently, they're what, 6th?
I think below Arsenal and Tottenham.
I mean, that
so
is
in the same place. Sixth. Then 6th. Yeah.
Woohoo! Europe! Woohoo! We're coming, baby.
The Conference League. One more spot down, and you'll be in a Conference League.
There is a transfer rumors already appearing that Ronaldo is eyeing PSG as his next move.
Oh wow! Messi will regret it. Messi will have to retire in the middle.
So Bleacher Report was reporting. So basically Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi.
Bleacher Report doesn't report anything.
But imagine, So there's a Qatar World Cup. I think the Qatar one, the group from Qatar owns PSG, correct?
Yeah.
And you get these 3 to play for your club as the World Cup is going on. I think it makes perfect.
The short sales is through the roof.
Yeah.
Who's the third one?
Neymar and Ronaldo.
Neymar.
Yeah. Mbappe, we're assuming, goes to Madrid.
So, and Salah also goes to Madrid.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah, he's getting 200k a week. I just recently found out. I think Maguire gets 200k a week. Now imagine that comparison.
Yeah.
But when I spoke about the fact that Liverpool can't afford to pay Salah the kind of wages he's demanding, you guys just beat the shit out of me, saying stop acting like HR. Why are you discussing Liverpool's money problems, etc.?
I mean, we just want to make fun of you irrespective. We will take whatever side you're not on. I mean, there doesn't have to be what we believe in. Our beliefs are very fluid depending on which position you take, and then we counter position. Simple.
Mourinho.
Yeah, exactly.
How did y'all do FPL? Any successes? Like City, like Arsenal?
More suck than successes.
Wow, your jokes are, I think, oh my God.
So disappointed. Yeah.
I did well. Again. I'm in the top 60 now. Slowly climbing my way to the top.
That's good.
Sapre, where are you? Do you think I can scroll down to all the way where you are?
Check.
I'm actually just below Shlok Ramachandran at the moment, Karthik.
Oh, okay. Nice. That means he's also doing well.
I mean, I'm not doing great, so I don't know if it's a compliment or... It's like saying Spurs have a shot, right? So automatically United also have a shot. It's like, no, they don't. So let's be honest. Okay, so let's talk about the fantasy league while we're at it. No? Okay, no.
Not bad, yeah. Green ticks next to me. Not bad at all. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, I mean, if you're bottom of the league, even if you get 1 point, you're already ahead of Karthik. So maybe
you can't be bottom.
Baby, top 161. Not bad.
Nice. You're just 101 places behind me.
That's progress, man. I'm not competing with you.
Oh, yeah, you're competing with yourself. I forgot. As long as there's a green every week, you're... I forget about that. Okay, so while we are still laughing, let's laugh at the league. Of course, if you've been still listening to this podcast, you can go find out the fantasy league for Football Shootball, the official league. Go to fantasy.premierleague.com, type in 3HDRUY. That's 3HDRUY. Come find us. Let's talk about the first 5 in the league. Number 1 continues to be the same person who we spoke about last time. Karthik, quick guess. Who's number 1?
Veramari.
Perfect. FC Veramari, Ashwin Pichai, 1904 points. Number 2, Sapre. Who do you remember who's usually number 2?
No, man.
His team name actually rhymes with 2. Tangled Up in Blue, Ishan
Ganguly. Oh, he's been there.
Gangs.
1898. Number 3, Kai Steen Aditya Shetty, 1861. Oh, wow. Number 4, Ole Bhature is back. 1856 points. Guwahati City FC, Bharat Fukan has dropped 1848 points. Not that great a game week. Only 42 points. Ole Bhature got 75 points. Well done. Suicide Squad has fallen for the Preeta Kunar, 1845 points. Yeah, so there's still.
I'm guessing a lot of them have gone insane. I was going to say Son and Kane. And
gone insane is a great way to describe this first team.
Gone insane.
Son and Kane, gone insane. That's lovely. I'm going to steal that and use that somewhere for sure.
You can use it tonight.
Yeah, maybe I'll tweet it out. Next game week is a fire game week. But I don't know if you'll actually get all these teams, players from these teams. Very easy fixtures for a lot of the teams, but the very easy fixtures are Brentford versus Burnley. Burnley versus Brentford, of course. Chelsea play Newcastle, so there might be something there. But they blank in game week 30. Leeds play Norwich, followed by Wolves. City play Crystal Palace, something to go for. Norwich play Leeds. Southampton play Watford. Wolves play Everton and then Leeds. Everton have a double, Wolves versus Newcastle. So you can get a defender from there, get a -4, I think, over the 2 weeks. Arsenal play Liverpool and Leicester. So they'll start to catch up on their games in hand. Maybe they'll show us what Liverpool can or cannot do versus a young squad that is Arsenal. Brighton also play Liverpool and Tottenham. So Liverpool obviously should have a double game week. Yes, Brighton and Arsenal. And Newcastle play Chelsea and Everton. Spurs play United and Brighton and Crystal Palace immensely. I've gone through the entire
list. Gone insane. Hold on to gone insane.
Yeah. So I would recommend sticking with them. So I would actually captain Kane when they play a very, very lowly United side with a non-existential defense and a terrible centre back and no midfielders and an injured forward who pretends to be at home and Cavani. So that is my FPL advice for the week.
There's still a lot of games to go this week,
What are you going to do? There's only one. Oh yeah, it's a long game week. Yeah, I'm sorry. I jumped the gun. Sorry. There's still time. You can still go further down.
100. Top 100.
Wow, this is a very jokey podcast today.
Yeah, and the code is H3.
3HDRUY.
3HDR.
Hey, don't join now, yaar. I'll be pushed further down. Don't join. Don't stop giving the code. Entry बंद है.
उद्या सकाळी 11:30 वाजता.
Entry बंद है. We can call this no entry. There you go.
No, he already called it. मैं खिलाड़ी तो.
He called it.
I called you dapper, handsome, so many things.
You know that's a movie, right?
Yeah. I missed this part of the podcast.
At the start.
You are Anari. I'm changing it. Anari is 9.
Yeah.
Are Fulham's doing well, yeah?
I mean, come on.
I mean, let's not talk about that. I agree.
It's the most on form, best side in the world currently. There is.
If I was listening to this podcast, I would have hung up right now.
But he said in the world and all, yeah.
In the world.
He's also. Why do you think I asked him the Alcoholics Anonymous steps?
A goal scorer is good. There is delusion, I'm sure, somewhere. And you are allowed to be.
No, absolutely. So, I mean, that is the beautiful pursuit of happiness in football, right? You start with delusion, you end with it.
United players at the club aren't doing well, but Loonies are doing well. They're hugging Christian Eriksen. You're your favorite player, right? First he went all, मैं तेरे को मार देगा कौन है गला वाला, and then he's like, oh, I love you. So nice to see you.
It was little strange to watch because he went directly for Eriksen's chest.
Throat.
Yeah, I thought it was like a whoa. There is a device there.
Yeah. I mean, there is Ryan Shawcross. Then there is Brandon Williams. So where are you on that spectrum? No, there's Cantona and then there's Shawcross. Where are you on that spectrum? You don't want to be Brandon Williams.
Nice.
Good hug. And Eriksen was a bit. How
Hey. Relax.
It's like
not a dead ball situation, guy. Relax.
Lifetime achievement ka time aa gaya uska. People are hugging him on the pitch during the game, smiling at him. You play.
Brentford are in trouble, but big trouble. I want them to stay up, but it looks tough. It looks
okay. You want to talk about
there's
also?
Norwich, Burnley, and
I think Burnley are decent. Yeah, Burnley have apart from this last weekend, they've been picking up a few points. Watford, yeah. So I think Brentford is this third.
No, Burnley.
Everton is also 22 points. They're 1 point clear of the.
But they have games in hand, and Burnley will come up. They're missing 2 defenders. Peters is out, and
I worry for Brentford. Last match. I really worry. Leeds, I worry for. Everton though, but Everton, you don't think that they can get.
After they've been conceding some 3, 4, 5 goals, they finally conceded just 1 in the previous match. Okay,
they should have actually won that. I don't know how.
Really? I didn't see the match. Really?
Yeah, terrible.
But in the second half,
Rafinha missed from like 5 feet.
Yeah, that's there. But Leicester did have their chance in the second half. In the second half, Leeds again they fell apart.
They have a chance against Arsenal next week. So
Good try.
Chalo, that's all that we have on the podcast. Unless you want to talk about like Boria Majumdar again. You denied Ayyar, by the way. You said some local Bengali reporter has done this. We have you.
I was wrong, right? I expected more from Boria. I said he would be smart enough not to. But
I mean, I was sending you a video of my accomplishments from so many years ago. Like that is all I have that I have to grab onto now. Right? See, 6 years ago I did this, 7 years ago I did this. If you can't, you heard this, right? If you can't say anything nice, at least don't send a clip of Boria Majumdar, which is long, for like 8 minutes long. Right? Everyone knows this.
It was a forward. It's not like intentionally. I just pick all the groups and I forward it to everyone. I don't know what conversations are happening.
You know what? Did you watch the video?
No, I can't.
He's not even okay. Seconds. So he's not even denying the fact that he sent those messages. He's saying they're doctored. Because the date is blurred, which I don't know what effect that has on the threat that is issued in the messages. The other thing is saying, look at this, he's showing a missed call from me at WhatsApp. You check my screenshot, it's not there. WhatsApp, if I called you and you missed the call, why would it show as a missed call at my number?
He's not denying that he issued threats. He's saying that the context should have been provided. Saha tried to make it look like. So he's saying Saha tried to make it look like it was his selection for the India Test side, whereas he was talking about Saha's selection in an IPL side. I do not know how it makes much of a difference.
Yeah, it doesn't. But he just admitted to the fact that those are his chats.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Okay, I don't know how defamation libel laws work here, but I don't understand how how either one is guilty. This is like two people just squabbling. This is just
nobody's not squabbling anymore.
Nobody is guilty. It's doing it for fun. Like two people fighting in the train. It's nobody's fault. Yeah. You still are entertained, right?
I don't know how this has reached court case. I will file. I don't know.
His lawyers have said this is the right time to come out. I don't know who's advising him that this is a great case to build. But clearly they're saying, miss call nahi check kiya. They've not even checked their WhatsApp features.
I mean, you are both in Kolkata. You are both friends with Ganguly gangs as well. So just
with Dada and Didi in the same area. Just pick one out and figure it out.
I think now Saurabh will come and say, I'm going to be mediator. I will come and pacify.
What is that movie, Sapre, where Paresh Rawal is a mediator?
Vastav,
yes, thank you. Mandoli Bacha. Yeah. Karthik, you should have come up with that, man.
Yeah, I missed it. Sorry.
It's okay.
I actually watched a TV show Andheki. And this is not United. I wasn't watching United.
No, that is very dekhi. Very all of us dekhi that game.
It's not Andheki. I said I should Andheki Lathi. Andheki.
Andheki means unseen, Karthik.
Unseen. Yeah. Full crime, everyone killing each other. And
how did you see the unseen? That is also crazy.
The story doesn't make sense, but please watch.
Chalo.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes. Chalo. We'll meet next week. Champions League. Woo! Okay. See you guys.
Oh, nice.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
So if you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media handles. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I'm Fickleberry Hun on Twitter and Instagram. That's Huckleberry Finn, but Fickle.
If you want to reach out to me, I am Sapre on Twitter and Sapre on Instagram.
You can reach out to me at iRant, which is IYERANT on Twitter and Instagram. This is Football Shootball. Recognize.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. Our storytellers and storytellers Vineet meets legendary singer Usha Utap and writer Shrishti Jha, who worked on the singer's authorized biography, The Queen of Indian Pop. What happens when a Mauryan spy meets the chief soldier of the Kadamba Nadu on a dark night? Kavita Jiva tells us on the Venvel Zenni Tamil podcast. On Audio Gyan, Kedar talks to Mohar Roy, co-founder of Co-Design, about building branding systems. On Press Decode, Sarah Bhakta and Prafulla touch upon the heartbreaking topic of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And on IVM Likes, Zalak asked Chalasmi and Antariksh about their thoughts on the movie Gangubai Kathiawadi. So, on a personal note, I wanted to let you all know that this week marks the 7th anniversary since I started IVM. I'm eternally grateful to the team we have here, especially Kavita Rajwade and Tejas Sringarpure, who have been here since the beginning. They've seen the struggles, our eventual acquisition by Pratilipi, and our continued struggles to make podcasting a large and thriving part of the media industry. We have the best hosts in the world, and I have to say that I'm so glad and so grateful that they have chosen to work with us. And finally, I'd like to say thank you to you, the millions of folks who have heard or watched our content. All I can say is, you ain't seen nothing yet. I hope you join us as we continue this journey. In the meanwhile, do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any platform you're listening to. You can also check us out on YouTube. To get a list of all of our channels, you can go to ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, where you can go to all the channels. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance, Bank of Baroda, Max Life Insurance, India Water Portal, and HDFC Life Insurance. Thank you so much for making this possible.
You're the people pleaser, right? Oh, yes. Or then desperately seeking the one? Oh, wait, you're the one who doesn't think they're ever good enough. Oh. So much drama. And for what? Is it doing you any good? Listen to me. I'm Chetna, your favorite positive action coach. Yes, I'm the one who has been dropping all those truth bombs on every episode. Oh, no. And it's time you learn to say no to drama. That's also what my podcast is called, and a new episode is out every Monday and Wednesday on the IVM Podcast app, website, as well as all major podcasting platforms.